Why have we got an arboretum when we plant native trees usually? Well, we've only got a little area of arboretum and there's plenty of reasons really. One is it extends the garden a bit, and another one is so that we have lots of medicinal plants that we can use, like ginkgo and cedar and a few others. The Arboretum's in different stages of completion. This side is the most complete bit. Here we've got a plan to make this steep slope into two crisscrossy paths that go at a low gradient. I'll just walk up it. Like that, and then another one going up like that, and they cross in the middle, and then it's like not too steep. And that will probably be planted with monkey puzzles. This is the first of our monkey puzzles, which we planted about a month or two ago, and it's looking established. It's got some nice little green bits coming. The other two, which have been in pots for years as well, waiting, are going to go up on this slope somewhere in part of this design. I'm trying to get trees in here that have uses, things that aren't native, that certainly aren't like an invasive pest or anything, but ones that have uses, like they're edible or they have a medicinal use. So monkey puzzles, they have edible nuts. That's a good start. And I've got a few little rhododendrons, but not the ones that spread, or the invasive ones. There's only 3 invasive types here. We have spruce trees. They were like here already, and they're just going to stay there until the other trees get a bit bigger, and then they can be gradually thinned out. The same with some poplars we got here. The poplars and the spruce trees are gradually being thinned out, and the willow trees here as the other trees grow. Here we got a Himalayan birch tree, and they have the really silvery bark, and they're pretty quick growing, and they'll fill up space quickly, so that's why I put this one in here. But it's also such a beautiful tree, and in the winter you have this gorgeous silvery bark, which I guess is all under a tree guard at the moment. But birch are quite vulnerable to being nibbled by things, so birch trees are one of the main trees I put tree guards around, but a lot of trees I wouldn't put tree guards around. And this is our tulip tree. It's doing really well actually. It went in last year. It was planted in the summer from a pot, and it's grown really big. It was only like this big, so I'm very pleased with this, but these get huge. This is our liquid amber tree. I got this purely because of the colour the leaves go in the autumn, and they go all different colours, and it lasts for quite a long time. They go kind of purples and yellows and all sorts. This has only been in a year. It's starting to get established. It's put on these big bits of growth this year after struggling last year. The top bit hasn't grown very much, but it's growing a lot from the side, so that's a good sign. So I'm hopeful this will do well. This is like a cultivated form of white beam. It's the Saxorbus, and it has really big leaves. They're not big yet because it's only been planted last year, at the end of last year. And it's grown a bit, but it's not fully established yet. I got these because they just look so nice. We've got quite a few wild white beams, but this one is a really special one, and it has these massive fruits as well, which are much bigger than the wild white beam has. Here's our little ginkgo tree, which is sort of halfway between a deciduous and a conifer tree really. It's some kind of missing link. It's not really grown much. It's grown a little bit, so it's getting established, but last year it did struggle, so this year it's looking better. I need to restake it. It's broken free from its cane, but I'm pleased it's doing well. Ginkgo trees have lots of medicinal uses. I can't remember exactly what they are offhand, but the yellow leaves have different curative qualities to the green leaves. If you get the leaves in the autumn, they have different qualities to the green leaves, and I believe they have edible fruit as well. This is our little cedar tree. We put it in late last year, and it was only a little thing like this big, and it's got huge. It's grown really fast, so we're hopeful with this one. And cedar trees just smell gorgeous, and you can make incense out of the cones and the bark and stuff, and it's just beautiful blue leaves. And cedar trees are from Lebanon, aren't they? They're on the Lebanese flag. You've got a cedar tree. So I've put a bit of sand in the immediate vicinity around the cedar tree and make it feel more like Lebanon, which is a bit kind of deserty compared to here. So hopefully it will do really well. This is a dawn redwood. It's been in about the same time as the cedar tree, maybe a little bit longer, and it's also grown very fast. We got it in a sale, and it was in a pot like about this size, and so it sort of struggled a bit the first year, and this year it's grown more. These ones come from Asia, not like the giant redwood which come from California. These ones, the Asian ones, are not quite as big, and they're deciduous. The leaves are going yellow. You see, they lose the leaves in the winter. So that would be good. And the reason we don't cut all this down is because it protects the trees. All this prickles and stinging nettles and stuff, eventually the trees will kill them all off. But for now, they provide lots of nutrient and protection from grazing creatures. When those other trees have got bigger, these spruce trees will be able to be removed and all this area will be shadowed by those other trees. But for now, the spruce trees provide lots of shade and nutrient and things to help the other trees grow. And these two little oak trees that have seeded themselves here and here, they can be dug up and put in one of the new woods later on in the year. And here, there's a little walnut tree. And here we've got a larch tree. This one's actually been in for about 11 years. This bamboo's only gone in this year and it's got really huge. Eventually we won't need to buy bamboos to use in the vegetable garden and to stake trees with, because we'll have our own. Probably the main reason we have an arboretum is so that when people are saying they're going to plant some trees and they're not going to plant some native trees in like a wild area, and I'm saying to them, well, you should plant wild trees because you get more biodiversity under wild trees, and they aren't sure or something, then I can show them here and I can say, look, here's an arboretum. I've got like a total mixture of nice trees from all over the world, and here and next to it and over there are lush woodland we planted with native trees, and they can see for themselves just how much more wildlife there is. So it saves a debate. You can see under these spruce trees that there's hardly anything growing. Strangely though, you do get a lot of interesting mushrooms growing under spruce trees. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and if you press the little me which is down here or down there, you can see all my other videos, and I shall see you next time.